3-hour gap, it would have been a nice, should have lined up nicely, but instead now we've got 3 hours, so we'll just kind of see what happens and see how things go as we get into our first game of the day in this best of 7. Down to the bottom right hand corner of the map we have our red Zerg player from Team Liquid, ladies and gentlemen. Snute. Why is the FPS so bad? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. What's gone wrong? What has gone wrong? Let me try and close a couple of things, guys. Again, I've kind of started this all up with very little preparation because I thought I had another hour, so just trying to close a couple of things and hopefully FPS will be, there we go, a little bit nicer now. Alright, so this is Snute down to the bottom right corner of the map, and up to the upper left, the Blue Protoss player, it is Adonminus. Now Liquid looked pretty unstoppable in the group stages. They picked up a loss against Dignitas Dead Pixels, so you kind of stomped through everyone, and other than that they also picked up a second loss just by default because they didn't play, their match against ESC was not played, so both teams got a loss there. So Liquid have dropped very few maps so even this season. I mean, I think their toughest run was against, I can't even think who it was against. I think it was against the final team they played, but I can't really remember who that even was. Either way, they've been looking pretty solid and they've been cleaning up without too much of an issue. Cascade, they kind of brute forced their way into the playoffs here on a 5-4 match score, and they were tied up with a lot of other teams, but just came ahead on map score due to some very strong performances. Adonminus picked up a couple of all kills this season, Cass as well. You know, when they play against the weaker teams, they completely destroy them, which is kind of the reason they made it through to the playoffs here today. In 3rd place from Group A, and hence they play against 2nd place from Group B, which is Liquid. Snute opening with the free hatch before his pool, and will be getting off to a very greedy opening, which will not be punished just yet by Adonminus. Now Adonminus is a very scary opponent here in all honesty for Snute, because I mean, you know, he has taken down some strong players this season. He took down Impact, I remember, when they played against Axiom Acer, so he really is a player to kind of look out for. As Snute's been doing pretty well in the Team League as well. All of the Team Liquid players have been doing, you know, more or less the same. They've kind of all got very similar map scores and so on. So kind of intrigued to see how this match will go. Again, I think Liquid come into this as the heavy favourites, and we'll be looking to secure that bout with Axiom Acer in the semi-finals as this Overlord flies in and doesn't see too much just yet. Pylon about to finish up, and other than that, not too much going on. Alright, so Overlord just going to fly through here, and we have another Overlord from Snute moving along. And, well, not too much really going on. Adonminus sets up his forge here to begin with, so he's going to be looking to head straight into the upgrades. Going to skip the gateways for now as he continues to get his wall set up and ready to roll. And apart from that, again, I mean, not really too much going on in the map. The first gas being taken for our Zerg player over to the southeast corner, and I mean, he's just going to be droning for now. I mean, there's no real threat. This forge on the way up means there's no early gateway pressure coming or anything like that. We'll have to be a little bit careful once the, you know, on about a 3 base time, perhaps with +2 and blink, because that can hit pretty quickly here with the speed of this forge and skipping those gateways. We'll see how things play out. For now, Mothership Core just moves over to the right hand side, having a bit of a check to see if anything is over at this 3rd base. But we'll just pull back now as this Overlord just flying by as well. A couple of extra gateways on the way up for Adonminus. And again, Snute just chilling right now with an Overlord or 2 here and there. I see a Mothership Core moving out towards the middle of the map. Again, just continually checking with this, seeing if anything's around, but Snute really does have nothing on the field. He's only just now made his first 2 Zerglings of the game. And they're going to start heading across the map right now. 53 drones to 42, with 5 more in production, and the very fast 3rd base going to come in from Adonminus. So with Ledger starting now, and I don't even know what that was on the floor. With Ledger starting now and Zergling speed just starting as well, it's not going to be easy for Snute to deny this 3rd base, if he can deny it at all, which he might not be able to. As he comes up this ramp, he's going to see the timing of those gateways. Twilight Council gets dropped as the forge hits halfway on the production of +1, and over here we see that 3rd Nexus is coming up to halfway complete, which is something Snute has spotted, so he knows about it, and again, he'll be able to just play this out however he sees fit to do so. Starts with a Roach Roaring Burrow as well, and something we have seen Snute do on this map. I can't remember when I saw it. It might have been in DreamHack when I was casting Snute or something along those lines, or might have been in another clan war like this. I really can't remember actually now. But I do remember him trying to go for this kind of big, kind of burrowed roach play. It might have been in a Gfinity qualifier or something, but he really liked to try to go for this burrowed roach play on this map and try to attack everywhere. But whoever it was who he was playing against at that time, they took absolutely no damage, and then it just kind of transitioned into a very simple, you know, he kind of just lost from there. I really can't remember. I wonder if it was even Snute. I really feel as though it is for some reason, but hey, I bet I should just stop talking about it because now I'm just confusing myself. A handful of Zerglings here going to try and pick off some probes as they transfer over towards that third base. He gets one and will try for a second. He needs to be careful, those sentries are there and the cannon is up. And again, this handful of Zerglings, a few more on the way, so just putting on some light pressure here to begin with. Observer pops out, so that's going to help against the burrow, which has been researched. Snute already heading in towards a Spire, though. Hydro's down as well, so he's not really going to mass up those roaches and really commit to that at all. In fact, he's just going to be playing a very standard, what seems to look like he wants to go into Roach Hydra, but he might just go into Mutalisk straight away instead. Okay, no, he doesn't. He's just saving his gas for his Hydralisk, so he does just start the group spans. He starts up some Hydras, and again, Ling Hydra for now, and with the Spire on the way up, the potential to transition here as the game continues. Adonminus building up to a lot of gateways right now. He's adding on another 3, which will take him up to 8. And a Warp Prism on the way out, so the potential to, again, just to put on a little bit of pressure, to be a little bit aggressive if you would like to, off of these gateways. Actually, as these 2 gates finish up, he's going to be on more than 8, right? He's on 7, he's going to be on 10 gates. So again, a lot of potential to move across the map and just attack, and that is what he did when he played against Impact, and he took him down. So is it going to be effective here? This army's starting to move out. Warp Prism will act as the pylon, of course. If Snute could snipe that Warp Prism, that would be huge. He does just about see that coming through the middle of the map here, and well, he'll have a pretty good idea about what is coming his way now as 11 Mutalisks do start, and looks as though, I mean, he might try and go for the base trade here. I mean, he definitely started those Mutas when he knew this army was coming across the map, so let's see what happens. 3 Spore Crawlers on the way up. I'm not sure whereabouts those are, but this army, it's attacking right now. Snute has quite a bit here. These Mutas need to be careful, though. They can't afford to just, you know, fly into this army. A lot of Stalkers, there's +2 and Blink on these. More Hydras and Lings on the way, and the Mutas are actually going to head up the left-hand side. Yeah, I didn't think they were really for attacking, and this is going to force at least some Warpins at home, / is going to completely kill off the economy of Adonminus, so this is going to be really nice for him, and Adonminus needs to kind of start fighting now, because the sooner he begins to base trade back, the better. So let's see how this goes. These Hydras and Lings on the high ground on their own aren't really enough to really take on this army, and Snute already pulling drones into this, realizing he doesn't quite have enough to fight this, but some Lings coming in from behind as well, and Adonminus, his Warp Prism is nowhere to be seen. It's not close enough, and he's move commanding. He's losing so much potential damage right now. That's a huge mistake by Adonminus. At the same time, their Mutas are picking away over in the main base, and Adonminus has been absolutely crushed here. This attack went so badly for him. He was move commanding for so long, and that's a huge mistake to make in this sort of position. And we see some Stalkers moving forwards here, but at the same time, the Mutas are just, of course, cleaning out over here. 30 workers killed, and that's just going to be GG. Adonminus with that